In fact, I think I hold the record for the fastest engine removal in a Honda.
Was it because it
with
flew
this car.
out?
Because it flew out. The frame rails broke off and the engine flew out.
Stacking dimes, yo!
Yep.
What is good, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I'm on a mission to pick up some motor mounts for the EK. So I'm over here at Hasport Performance, and we're gonna be picking those up from our friend, Brian. Now, I did bring my italicized H to the land of Honda, but it's okay because I have plenty of Hondas. So let's go inside and let's go see what Brian is doing. I'm sure he's working on something. Just as I suspected, what are you sciencing?
Hi, Sally. How are you? Actually, this is a product that one of my friends sent me. It's called a Ghost Box. It's basically like a hidden radio. So it's got Bluetooth, so you can leave the stock radio in the car and put this in behind so you can play Bluetooth music and stuff like that. I am going to fix the stereo, the broken stereo in my CR-V.
Nice.
So that's what this is.
So. All right, sweet. I knew you'd be doing something in here.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in, obviously.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to pick up some motor mounts today for my EK.
Nice.
You know.
Sounds good.
Starting fresh, painting the engine bay, nice new motor mounts.
Excellent.
And I thought I'd come by and say, hey.
Hey. So, well, while you're here, you want to see a little bit about how all this stuff's made? I know I've kind of talked to you about it a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, sweet.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. You know, right here we have a display case that actually shows the mounts. These are actually how the mounts are originally made. This is 28 years ago when we first started. They were welded aluminum rather than machined aluminum. So this is like the original EFB1 kit, and these are, that put the cable B series in a 925 Civic. That's what those mounts are for.
The history of Hasport right here.
And then these are some of the early machine mounts we did. Now everything's pretty much made on the CNC machines. This is what they look like, polished. We have them. We make them for HPD. You knew that.
I knew that.
You raced for Honda.
I raced for Honda.
Yeah. So you've raced with some of these mounts in the car. We also have other anodized colors available. Not everybody knows that, but
I honestly didn't even know that.
Yeah. So just kind of showing generally what we have here in the front office. This is where sales happen. Nobody's in right now because some people are at lunch. But let's go see what's going on. Way to go.
Oh, is this what you came to show me?
Yeah.
Ah, this is the real star of the show right here.
That's right here.
Forget motor mounts, bro.
Yeah, exactly. we got this 27 years ago. We bought it, and probably worth a few dollars now. But we keep it right here. Here we have the machine shop where most of the billet stuff's done. So it's a little bit noisy in here. This one just finished, as a matter of fact. These are actually for L15B7, nope, these are for FK8 and FL5.
Oh.
So when the mounts go in, they actually go in to one position right here. So machine done, then they get flipped over here, machining done, then they get flipped over here, machining done, then flipped over here, machining done, and then they come out. So every time they open up, a new piece goes in, everything else gets changed, and a done piece comes out. That's gonna be cool because that's engraving.
Woo!
Watch how quick it moves. Oh, it's chamfering holes right now. We're chamfering the outside edge.
So is it just water in there? Is that like a cutting
Yeah, it's
solution?
actually a coolant. I'm sorry, a coolant and lubricant.
Got it.
So it's like a synthetic soap almost.
All right. Makes the drilling
Makes
easier.
it, yeah.
It's like using cutting grease.
Right, exactly. It's like using cutting oil or cutting grease. Yep, exactly.
Wow, it like changes a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's engraving, right?
No, actually what it's doing is it's making a little round spot. So see this right here? It's making that.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Okay, it'll engrave last. That'll be the next tool.
So how long does it take to cut one of these mounts? Because clearly, like you said, it changes, you rotate.
Right.
So it's like multiple different
This takes 16 minutes total time
for one mount.
for one mount. And here's the engraving.
Wow.
It's going to put both our logo and also serial number on.
Oh.
It's doing this right now. FK8 right hand, and then the serial number.
Oh, sweet. FK8, right hand, serial number,
Right, and then
Sweet.
before that it did.
and then Hasport.
Now it's done.
Now it's done. Oh. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Do you do anything with the extra, like, little...
The chips?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So as you can see, we let them lie all over the floor. Now, the majority of them get collected in buckets, and then you can see right over here, there's
Oh.
a container.
Holy cow, that's a lot.
4 of those every week.
4?
4.
Is that pretty,
then-
it's probably pretty light, actually. Probably not.
Over 1,000 pounds.
Whoa.
So,
I don't know what I'm talking
but
about.
yeah, we do. But we get, I mean, they're fluffy, but they're not light. That's a lot of chips. So we sell several thousand pounds of chips back every week
You, like,
to
take the,
recycle.
recycling.
They recycle, yeah. We do the same thing with steel. So yeah, I'll show you that.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, let's go. All right, the building's kind of disjointed. This used to be a business where it had several businesses in here. We got the building cheap because they were going to put a freeway through here and then change their mind, decided not to. So we got the building kind of cheap. It would be nicer if we had one big building, but we don't. Let's walk in here real quick. This is where the sheet metal gets worked. So, for instance, it comes in here and gets bent. Once it's bent, the parts then go over to one of the 3 welding stations, and they weld them all together on a fixture. And then here's an example of one of the brackets that gets welded. This is for like a 96 up Prelude.
Finished product.
Those are nice. Stacking dimes, yo.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This is where the prototyping gets done. So we have an assortment of engines. I have even more in containers out there. We have an assortment of cars. I'm sure you saw those out there. A lot of these are project cars, and actually I have even more than that.
There's more than that.
Yeah, but like right now, this is 05 Civic. We did a video on case swapping this a while ago, and I don't think it was really thorough. So we're going to do it again.
Okay.
As a matter of, I have a YouTube channel,
Of course.
VTech Academy, and we do a lot of tech there. This is going to be
Go watch their latest video. It's about me. Sorry.
Yeah, about her.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. So we have, we're going to kind of do a better job of documenting the way it all goes together and stuff like that on this particular car. So it should be a much better video.
Right.
So this is usually where I spend most of my time, drawing parts. So, and
Who's that on the screen?
that was me. For modeling, we use SolidWorks. This particular time, I'm working on some adapters for shifters so that we can use more common cables and more common shifters on particular swaps. So working on that right at the moment.
Makes sense, because not everybody's going to want to buy, like.
Yeah, exactly.
What if you want to use the stuff you already have?
Exactly. You've got, like for instance, the 03 to 07 Accord shifter and cables are super cheap, and so I'm going to make those so you can use them on multiple cars.
I mean, because a nice set of cables are like almost $1,000. They're like $900.
Exactly. So I'm hoping to.
Why do that?
Yeah, hoping to bring that down. Here's some of the recent stuff we've done. This would be case series for the 90 to 93 Accord, actually for the 94 to 97 Accord. But basically designing brackets. Right now, in-house, we're doing, using what's called a plasma cam, which is a CNC-controlled plasma cutter.
Can we see that too?
So, yes, you can see that too.
Awesome. All right. Oh, man. This is where the fun is. I see. I gotcha.
This is, yep. This is where everything sits before it gets assembled. A lot of the stuff is kind of made to order because we have 4 different types of urethane you can put in it.
Oh.
So you have the soft stuff 6.2 that has both a flange and no flange, and we have a 6.2, then we have a 70, which is slightly stiffer. We have an 88, which is relatively
That's
stiff.
like between like street car and race car.
Right, exactly. Like for instance, funny, Honda uses in their race car 62. Okay, which is our softest urethane.
Oh.
So for road racing, you can pretty much get away with the softest urethane we make. For drag racing, then you want to start stepping it up.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, because you're launching on a slick, which puts a lot more force to the engine mounts. So the 94 is super stiff. Let me grab some here real quick. Thank you.
It's a skateboard wheel.
Yeah, it's basically the same as a skateboard wheel.
Oh my.
So no movement
This is the
at all.
soft one, right?
Yeah, this is the soft one.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean,
So, yeah,
you
if you-
can't tell by me doing
Yeah,
this.
if you throw this one at somebody, it hurts.
We do.
So, yeah.
Is that a gash in
Use
your
it.
forehead?
Discipline. Yeah. That was from. I'm like taking my helmet off in the Prelude the other day, and I'm like, you have to tilt your head, and the helmet's really tight. I went with my thumbnail and got myself.
I was
pretty
just kidding, but
Yeah.
I mean, if there really is.
Well, actually, I think the scab came off this morning. So, but yeah, that's what happens. So anyway, we have, we make block brackets. This is Pier 3. This is like for an EK with a B series.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not. I said that totally wrong. This is for an EF with a B series.
Oh, okay. Still good.
EK with the B series.
Okay, that's me.
That's you. Did we give you one?
No,
You can have one. All right.
that's what I was here for.
Well, it gets you some hardware. Oh wait, use stock hardware. So that's funny. We make block brackets for the K series, but we also make stock replacement mounts for the Civic, starting in '88 all the way up to the current generation.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. In fact, we sell a ton of stuff for the 10th Gen Civic. We sell a lot of complete kits. We sell a ton of rear mounts.
That's
and
awesome.
then we sell a really good quantity of, and that's both for the Type R and for the regular Civic. And then we sell a bunch of the same stuff for the 11th Gen as well.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Some of our best selling kits is actually for the 2006 Civic. Yeah, we rearranged everything recently. We have, these are anodized kits that are going out. Anyway, this is shift linkage for EG and EF with B series, and
Oh,
EK
yes.
with B series.
Man, I mean, it's the best. The EK.
Yeah.
I put your stuff in my car, and man, that little Delrin, little bushing in there is the business.
That's the business. That makes the shifts crisp.
Very crisp.
So yeah.
Can you show us how they press the
Yep.
bushing?
Well,
in
yep.
these?
Are you putting them out? Anybody putting them out together?
Okay.
Wow, that was quick. That was really quick. So now we've got our mounts for the EK, and
Yep.
Brian is going to, I'm going to have hand assembled motor mounts by Brian here at Hasport. Like, I feel like that makes them special, right?
It does make it totally special. So anyway, we're using our 6.2 urethane because even though they're going to drive on the track, this will be plenty. This is actually called our flangeless urethane. It works great for the side mounts. So we're going to put them in with the writing in the correct direction.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, it says bulletproof on it.
Yeah, that's because it's actually infused with Kevlar, which makes it a lot more durable. One of the things that separates us from our competitors is our softest urethane actually lasts for a long time.
Okay.
And it has to do with the Kevlar infusion of
It's
the
not cheap stuff.
of the urethane. Yeah. Well, it's weird because the holes kind of elongate and sag on when we didn't use it, so we kind of put off using it. So there's your driver's side mount. Now, for those of you with a B-swap in your EK, there's two different styles. This is called a 2-bolt. So this is what comes on like a B16 out of a 99 SI or a JDM. 2-bolt. The 3-bolt one is the one that comes on the Integris BC18C. So if you got a B18C motor you're putting in, it's probably got 3 bolts on this side.
Got it.
So, okay, so here is the passenger side. Again, flangeless. This actually also helps reduce, using the flangeless also helps reduce the, reduces the vibration because there's not a flange getting pinched in between the brackets.
Sure.
Okay, so there's just a little bit less, thank you, a little bit less vibration going on. So that one goes on the right-hand frame rail, pulls in like that.
Ah, okay.
Now on the rear,
And this one's for the back.
yeah, this one's for the back. Now on the rear, because the engine's torquing like this, you can put flanges in. You can put flanged urethane in there, and it doesn't make any difference because the mount's moving like this, so it's not moving like on the side mounts. It's moving like this, and that's why it transfers vibration. With this, you can do it like this, and it works just fine. We do have sometimes people who are a little bit harder on racing and they want a little bit more control. So if you put the flange on the right and left, it actually reduces engine movement a little bit more.
Okay.
But I don't think that's going to be an issue with you.
Nope.
It's not like you got a turbo car or anything yet. You know.
I think that
Shouldn't put any ideas in your mind.
I don't think I'd ever do a turbo, but I think supercharger would be cool.
The supercharger's cool. If you do supercharger, we'll see what the engine movement's like. Maybe we'll change it to
Oh,
flange.
okay.
There you
Now,
go.
just like that. That was simple. We don't need this.
Here we go. Driver's side, passenger side, rear.
Okay.
Ready to go.
All right, Brian, where are we going now?
We are heading over next door to where I keep all the future project cars.
All of his prized possessions.
Yeah. Not according to my wife. But,
Honestly,
you know.
though, I like coming over. I've been over here before,
Uh-huh.
but it makes me want to have way more cars, and I don't need any more cars.
Yep. I have a disease.
You're a bad influence on me.
Yeah.
Anytime I ever need anything, old Honda part, I just ask Brian.
Here we go. I think one thing I'm going to try and do is take a bunch of the cars I have multiples of and just chop the front ends off.
Sure.
Because they're easier to move around. We just grab a forklift, stuff like that. But that CRX, and there's some history back here. That red CRX, that was on an episode of Pinks. You remember that show that used to race for Pinks?
Yes.
Season finale. We actually auctioned it off.
Were you in the episode?
Yeah.
Okay, now I gotta go find this.
Yeah.
Is it on YouTube? I'm gonna like Google Brian Pinks. Will that show up?
No, you have to do CRX versus Volkswagen Bug Pinks.
Okay.
And then you can find it. But we did, we raced against a Volkswagen. It was pretty crazy. There's a long story. I don't know if you want to hear it. There's a long story.
That is Cliff Notes.
Huh?
Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes, long story. We raced these guys. I had really done a lot of research on the show, so I knew what was going on. So you negotiate for links and stuff like that, and I unfortunately made these guys look horrible and negotiated just ridiculous things in my favor. We won the car, and it actually ruined the show.
No!
Yes, and then I talked to Rich Christensen, the guy who was the host, and he said, told him, he said, I can't use that, it's horrible. I said, we'll give him back the car and we'll race again. This time, they had over-prepared their car and they were just gonna kill us.
Sure.
So
they
Rich,
had already looked into it too. So.
Yeah, kinda, but regardless, the thing is I knew how to negotiate better than they did, so I threw it, it just was horrible. Anyway, so Rich goes, if you do that, you can be the season finale of season 2. So I gave them back the car. They did some improvements on it. I turbocharged my car because before it was H22 nitrous. So we were actually somewhat competitive. Okay. So we get out there to race again, and their car is going to be way fast, turbocharged and fast, and they had wheelie bars on it this time, and they beat us in the first race, and the first thing I negotiated was them take the wheelie bars off. Because I knew they wouldn't be able to launch as hard.
That's true.
Because that's, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
So we did a couple races, and they were trying to keep it close, and there at the very end, they wanted to win because I had, again, negotiated slightly better results. So what happens on the last race, they're running hard. They pull this big old wheelie, slam down, and I think when they did that, they dinged the left front wheel bearing in the car. So we're going down the track, and they're like catching up on us, and we're like probably doing a 10-second quarter mile,
Oh, okay.
and they're like catching up, and their left front wheel seized, and they shot across the track into the wall at about $120, and I thought I'd killed the guy. I was so upset about it. I was just like, oh my God. Turns out the guy was okay.
Okay, that's good.
I gave him back the car a second time, and we wound up raffling both cars off. They did it for Hurricane Katrina relief. I did it for Juvenile Diabetes Association.
Okay.
It just so happened the guy that won my car in the raffle, he took the powertrain and gave me back the car. So the car's sitting there.
Wow.
So at some point, we'll do something with it. It's actually got a straight body. The only thing really bad about it is he had cut off a few things like the front core support, which is fine.
Yeah,
The
I know
firewall's
about
kind
that.
of dented because of the H22 swap. But other than that, the chassis is straight.
So what are you gonna do now?
Huh?
What are you gonna do now?
We'll figure it out.
It's kind of like that's one of those things you just gotta.
Yeah, I
you
gotta
gotta
figure it
keep
out.
just for the memory.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I will do something. So, but yeah, CRX.
That's a sweet
Straight.
story. That's a sweet story.
I'll tell you, let me tell you about that car. That car originally, I built this car for a show here in town, a CRX. The day I finished it, it was a Tuesday morning and the event was on Saturday. I was driving my red CRX to Honda Auto Salvage at the time, and I got rear-ended on the freeway. And I just got done putting an H22 in it and doing all this work to it and making it nice for the show. It was
What year was that?
Huh?
What year was that?
98.
So that was a big deal.
Yeah, big deal. Maybe 99. So 99. So I was like distraught. By the end of the day, I had gotten an insurance payout from the people because it was a commercial truck that hit. I found, oh, that's not true. That's a different story. But anyway, by the end of the day, I had found a second CRX. I took everything out of the first one, put it in,
another swap?
and I had it done by Friday so we could go to the show on Saturday.
Wow.
So,
wow.
yeah. The insurance thing is actually another story. But anyway, that was...
There's so many stories. I can
yeah.
remember them all.
Too many stories. Look.
But they're all good stories. What is that?
That's going to be a K-swap vehicle.
All right.
So, anyway.
What are you going to do, like drift car?
Huh?
You going to do like a drift car?
No. I actually bought the Vigor for a drift car. It has a longitudinally mounted motor.
Oh, really?
So I thought converting that to rear-wheel drive would be relatively easy because the transmission comes down the tunnel. So I think that with a J as a drift car would be amazing.
People definitely turn heads for
this
that.
car actually belongs to a friend of mine, but we're going to do a K-swap in it.
Okay, fair enough.
He bought the transmission adapter, so we'll do that.
Oh, okay. Now I see you have an S2000 in here.
I do. This, somebody, it was their drag project. I wound up trading a car for it. I'm going to bring it back, put it on the road again at some point. Just not this year.
I think I've looked at this before. Didn't it have like the center cut out or something?
They were putting like a big 5-speed, like a Nash 5-speed in it.
Oh, they did like some kind of like drop thing.
But yeah, but I actually have a second S2000 that I can cut the tunnel out of and put in here. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's got the
even got a
fiberglass hardtop. Needs to be repaired. This CL, somebody gave it to us. We'll do something with it. This is Tom Liang's GHP USA road race car.
This is on the poster inside the office.
Yeah, exactly. So he started to build it into a unlimited class car. So I bought it from him not too long ago. So we'll put it back as a race car at some point.
Yes, it needs to stay that way.
Yeah. This car won H1 Nationals back a long time ago. It had a K24 with S2000 pistons, K24 rods, and it had it made like 300 horsepower. That was back when the rules, you could kind of interpret them a little bit more.
Sure, a lot
so
of gray
they said,
area.
oh, we want all Honda parts. I'm like, no problem. So I put all Honda parts in it and made a bunch of horsepower. So then, and then the year after that, Keith was driving it and somebody took him out and put him into a concrete wall. It's actually still salvageable, but too many things already.
Too many stories.
This one was given to me. Really nice. This thing's in nice shape.
This is.
Yeah, I probably...
Oh, look at those glass headlights.
I know. I'm probably going to build a street car out of this. I think it'd be fun. I'm looking for the all-wheel drive rear end for these things.
Oh,
They have an all-wheel drive rear end. That would be nice.
That'd be really nice. Oh, I see an H10 Civic back here.
Yeah. Yeah, H10 Civic. That's the sedan I bought. Oh, I have two of those. One of them's a hybrid. This one's a hybrid, I think.
Oh, that was a hybrid.
Yeah, this one's a hybrid. So at some point, I'll make mounts to do a K-swap in this because as the batteries die, what are you going to do with them?
Oh,
the body's perfectly fine, so I think a K-swap, one of these, would be kind of cool. So I do need to make mounts.
I need to find one of these and steal a lot of the interior pieces because mine is falling apart.
This interior is not going to be good.
Well, it's tan. I don't want tan.
Yeah. There was like it's actually like a navy blue too. There's actually a version of this that has like SI interior, but it's not an SI. It lacks SI on the seats,
I need to find that.
The interior is almost identical.
I need to
It was
find
some
that.
special edition thing.
Oh, we got a CRX over here again.
Yeah. This one I bought for $50. There's
What,
one of my
$50?
mini Insights. Oh, two of them right there. Two Honda Insights. My new Land Speed car.
Oh, we have to show them
The old
other
Land
one.
Speed car.
What is this? What is this thing in the background over here?
That's
What's that?
the wreck.
What
All
is
right,
that?
it's kind of treacherous walking back here, so be careful.
It's like banished to the corner.
Yeah. This is my original land speed car. Spent hundreds of hours building it, and I wrecked it in about 4 seconds. In fact, I think I hold the record for the fastest engine removal in a Honda.
Was it because it
with
flew
this car.
out?
Because it flew out. The frame rails broke off and the engine flew out. So,
Sorry.
yeah, well. But you can view that video on VTech Academy, or just, if you just Google Insight crash, land speed racing crash, or Hasport Insight crash, this will come up. It's crazy. 15 and a half rolls, some of them sideways, some of them end over end.
I've seen the video.
You've seen the video.
I've seen the video.
Pretty crazy.
But it's still, every time I see this car, I'm like, yikes. Every time I see it. It doesn't ever change.
But I lived.
But he lived.
I lived. So
That's what's most important.
Too true. Can you see it pretty easy?
Mm-hmm.
See how he reacts.
That is unreal.
You can actually see me moving in there. I was conscious.
Good. Holy cow.
Were you thinking about your next build?
I remember nothing.
Oof. Concussed
I
a little bit?
had a kind of, I'm sure, I had kind of a type of amnesia where I was repeating myself about every 90 seconds. Yeah, it was about 90 seconds of discussion, then I would go back and start over again.
Yeah.
My first memory is
Was it like Groundhog Day
the
all
doctor.
over again?
Yeah, my first memory is the doctor going, "You have a collapsed lung. We're gonna," and he's poking me right here. He's like, "We're gonna put a tube in right here." I'm like, "Okay." And then my next memory is I'm laying in bed and I look down at the foot of the bed. My son's there, and I'm like, "I crashed the car." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "How's the car?" He's like, "That's totaled." I'm like, that was a good car." I said, "Your mom know?" He goes, "Yeah, she's on her way down." "Oh, wow. Well, how do I look?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And he goes, "Take a picture, show it to me." He said, "Okay, here, I'll show you the picture."
To take a picture of you.
Oh.
My face was all swollen and bruised.
Painful.
You can see that there's the white of my eyes is completely red.
Yo.
Jeez, dude.
So I bled in both whites of eyes, completely bled. I bled behind both my eyes. I bled inside my left eye. In fact, I'm still have impaired vision, and in both ears, because I could, when I go like this, I could feel the blood rolling around in there. But face was completely bruised from the G's, and of course the torn lung. So my face was pretty swollen at the time.
I mean, that was unreal. Just the amount of spinning that was doing.
Oh yeah, it was. I did a calculation based on how far away my head was from the center of gravity and how quickly it was spinning, and it's somewhere between 8 and 11 G's on my head. So, and 8 is enough to kill you. So, I feel pretty lucky that I'm not killed.
Yeah, dude.
No.
That was unreal. I mean,
Yeah.
like, spoiler alert, you're here and the car's here. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
the
okay,
car-
it turns
exactly.
out fine. But
Yeah.
like,
Like,
watching it,
clearly.
I was like,
Well, I can't tell you how many people watch it and go, "Did he live?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
I am here.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, anyway, all right. Did you have fun?
I did. I had a blast.
Good. All right. Cool. Well, lots of stuff coming for the future, as you can see by the graveyard.
We like
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah,
Let us know. We want to come
I will.
by. I'll help out.
absolutely.
You said you still promised to help me with my Integra project.
Yeah, I will. Absolutely.
Okay.
Just whenever you're ready.
Okay, you get the first drive.
Okay. Phew. I love it.
Don't break it.
I
you break
won't.
it.
I
You break
won't.
it.
Yeah,
You
you
buy
buy
it, my
it.
friend.
Buy the new engine.
Anyway, if you want to see more Honda content, so like, subscribe, and share. VTech Academy. You're about to get schooled. See Brian. He knows all the things about VTech and everything Honda. But thanks for watching today. Thanks for having us out.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.